When I got a message the other day that TaylorMade were releasing this brand new golf club, I honestly thought it was an April Fool's. Then I saw this hit the conforming list for the RNA and the USGA, and then I got this email. Then I got this email and this turned up. Guys, introducing the brand new, not clickbait, not an April Fool's, 2024 TaylorMade. It's another mini driver. Guys, if you know my channel and you know me or you know I absolutely love these things, and this looks absolutely delightful. Today we're going to test it out here on golf course. We're going to test it in the studio for numbers, and that, as a trip down nostalgia lane, could be something very, very special. Guys, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more golf related videos this year every single day. Oh, there's no better feeling than this, especially on a new mini driver. Have you seen the head cover? Nostalgia. Is it the same inside though as the last one? What do you think? It feels furry enough. Is it? Is it? I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Ooh. Oh my lord.
That's beautiful.
I wasn't expecting that, was you?
I like that. I like it better than the rainbow.
Yeah. Let's get out of there. So as you can all imagine, I'm rather excited about this video. I absolutely love mini drivers. I've loved every single generation. We've turned the head cover over because it's looking like rain, but even rain will not dampen my spirits today. I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's not driver off this tee, but it is now because we have the new mini driver. So guys, get in the comments below, would you spend the money on one of these brand new TaylorMade burner mini drivers? And there's not really a huge change from last year, but I quite like that. I'm a big believer, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So let's test it first of all out on the golf course. And we're also going to test this brand new 2024 mini driver in here in the studio and test it for numbers against last year's mini driver and see just how much difference there really is, and if you should try and get hold of one of these new or settle and pay, let's be fair, quite a lot of money in the second-hand market for last year's model. And we'll talk about just potentially how this could find its way in my bag, your bag, maybe even Bobby's bag. Bobby's bag. You skied that? No? Right, that. Take away the side that it's not driver off this hole. That felt absolutely gorgeous. It's gone arrow straight and it felt remarkable. Obviously you'll see here it has got quite a bit of technology in there. We do have that through slot speed pocket, we do have twist face, and we also have those movable weights, which we are going to change in today's video and see how it performs in the low spin setting. It's 13.5 degrees. You'll see I have already moved that down to 11.5. This is James very much in his happy place right here with the mini driver well and truly in the bag. Can we just have a word about that first ball flight? That's the first ball flight I've ever hit with this mini driver. I don't know what it is. I don't know. The romantic side in me says this is the best driver of 2024. When we come to look at the numbers, I think it's going to be very interesting because there's not a huge technological advancement in this club, but TaylorMade claim there's a very small one. Now, if there is a very small advancement, the last one was fantastic. And if I hit it like I can hit it, it almost goes as far as my normal driver, but generally goes a lot straighter. Distance, accuracy, style. Tick, tick, tick. So for those of you who are mini driver virgins amongst us, you may not know, but it is a slightly smaller head than a standard driver. Stick with me if you do know, but I do have to explain this. And a 3-wood length shaft. The coolest thing about this new version is that, who remembers those grip right grips? I love the fact that they brought that back. It's a lovely nod of the hat to drivers of old, especially the TaylorMade burner. And I should probably explain how good this looks on top. So we still have that carbon crown, but we now have a lovely bronzed kind of leading edge there. I think that looks absolutely gorgeous. Now the camera may not do that justice, because when I saw the first images of this, first of all, on the USGA conforming page, I thought it looked quite hideous. And I mean, for someone to ruin a mini driver would be like someone scribbling all over the Mona Lisa, but it isn't. It actually looks really, really nice, and I think it actually suits the driver particularly well. So I feel like TaylorMade have sort of gotten away with that. So let's see how many good shots we can hit down this second hole. We're going to change these weight ports as well and just get that kind of heavy weight a little bit further forward. That's going to reduce MOI, it's going to shove CG forward, it should make it lower spin, and for me that hits that flight window lovely, especially with the previous generation, of which we're going to compare this to in the studio. So I know you don't want to go anywhere. I've teed this up nice and high because I do like hovering this and just trying to hit it nice and hard actually, because I feel like, oh yeah, and that wasn't even a good shot. That's like not moving in the air, a tiny bit heely, but straight down the middle of the fairway. And this is where it really comes into its own. Forgiveness for me with these clubs is exceptional. And I actually saw a study on Twitter, of all places, but I do believe the study of mini drivers in golfers' bags. You don't actually lose that much over the course of a season, over the course of even a round of golf out here. So take the numbers in the studio with a pinch of salt, but realistically, I think this could be a fantastic club for so many golfers. You're going to have to act quick if you want one, because they do generally sell out rather quickly, which is part of the issue. I don't know how much this is. I'll put it on screen now, but it's not going to be cheap, because nothing's cheap anymore, is it, Bobby, in 2024? Right, another shot with it in its forgiving setting. Then we'll go weight forward. Look at that again. And that's just cutting that corner. Gorgeous. 11.5 degrees, not launching like a standard driver would with 11.5 degrees, because the 3-wood shaft length is reducing the club head speed, therefore the ball speed's reduced a little bit and spin rate's reduced a little bit, so it's going to launch a tiny bit lower. Now, this is what we've all come to see. Let's get, this is a 1.5 gram and a 13 gram at the back, so ideally we're not going to lose these, because that would ruin my day. And the heavy gram goes at the front. I think to get fitted for one of these, I don't know where you'd go, but I would love the idea of going and getting fitted for one, because to be honest, I think so many golfers would hit more fairways with these clubs, and I think that would result in lower scores for said golfers. You can see it's got the titanium element on the bottom, through slot speed pocket on the bottom there as well, and together with that carbon crown, because TaylorMade have made quite a few mini drivers through the years gone by, but now having the ability to have the multi-material design here, I think really does make it kick ass, to be honest. So this is now in the setting which I would potentially game this year. A couple of balls here, and let's see what flight window we get here, because I would imagine now, and we will test this again, but when I tested the previous generation, the flight window dropped quite a lot and the spin rate dropped quite a lot as well. You can imagine moving 15 grams around there is quite a lot of weight movement. So let's go again. Does it feel different with that change? Look at that again. Certainly not a different flight window, but again, it's a perfect tee shot. And this tee I do feel quite comfortable with, because I play the hole quite a lot. But realistically, you still have to put the swing on it. You still have to hit the fairway. And we've hit the fairway 3 out of 3 times there. Tick, tick, tick. You can see this is ticking a load of boxes. Let's hit this one, then let's jump in the studio and let's see if potentially this could be my only driver. That would be the big thing. Yes, you'd have it in the bag, because I very rarely have 14 clubs in the bag anyway. But would this be my only driver? Would you take out the Callaway Paradigm? Would you take out the TaylorMade QI10, or even the PXG 0311 Black Ops? Right, a little bit lower. And let's see if we can move this a little bit right to left. Oh, Bobby, look at that. It's just a knuckleball. That's done everything I want it to. Let's jump in the studio, let's test this against last year's model and see if it is any better tech-wise and numbers-wise. Then let's go and see where they've finished and take on some slightly more difficult tee shots, because I feel like that's where this thing could shine bright. Okay, so numbers for this 2024 mini driver, the most anticipated driver of the year, especially for me. But first of all, if you have a look at the differences in these drivers, you can see there actually aren't many huge differences. Yes, we have that different coloured leading edge on top of that carbon crown. Both these clubs for me look absolutely fantastic. We have the same shaft in here. It features a new grip as well, or should I say an old grip. Who remembers the grip right grips from back in the day? Absolutely gorgeous that. I love that little nod to memory lane. On the bottom we have the TaylorMade logo instead of the burner logo, but we have still very similar kind of etchings on the sides there, mini driver and titanium, and we've got them in exactly the same weight settings. We'll go old first. Old first. And Bobby, what do you reckon? Would you go old head cover or new head cover? That's what they look like on the inside for anyone that is not in the know. You go the new one? Yeah, new one's a little bit more. Yeah, there is, yeah. I love these clubs, I really do. You can hit them so bad and still get like such a good result. The fact that's gone 262 yards with that strike is quite ridiculous. That's the one. I think that's as far as any driver I'm going to hit. Realistically, what's that carrying? It's 262. It's running up past 280 yards. It's 156 ball. So for me, I've done a lot of driver testing today, and if I get that strike with a full-length, fully fledged driver, that's got to be deep. That's got to be deep. Go on. Go on. Another one. We're getting around 162 ball. So yes, you might not be getting, as we feed another ball up here, you might not be getting exactly the same ball speed, but consistency-wise, you sort of know. Right guys, we've hit a load of shots with last year's mini driver. That's the best of the lot as well. That's carried 268, running up to 287 yards, 157 ball speed, spinning nice and low. The big thing I'll say is I don't want to stop hitting this. There's not a lot more going on here, I'll say it. I think it looks better. Whether or not it just looks different, I don't know. But I do like it. Can we get that shot? Can we get that shot first time? Potentially. What's that carrying? That's carrying 277 total, 155 ball. Again, what's impressing me about this is the spin rate we're getting. We're getting sub 2000 spin rate with this. And it's just down to the pilot to hit the middle of the face. They sound the same, to be honest, which is a good thing because if it was broke, then fix it. But it's not broke, so don't fix it. That's massive. That is massive. Go on. I say that's massive and it pitches at 263 because I feel like I'm hitting a full length driver. But again, it's 156 ball, 284 total. Fair enough, it's down the left side. And I'm just trying to rip this now, but it is so enjoyable to hit. So enjoyable. Carbon copy of the last shot, 280, 156, but it's consistency is insane. Even for me, who's like the most inconsistent golfer ever. Guys, it's time to talk numbers for my favourite club probably ever released. And it's funny that, because it's almost like, you know, if you have a new kid, is that your new favourite kid? I've only got one kid, so I can't comment, but I'm the middle child, so at one point I might have been the favourite, but not anymore. Let's talk numbers, because whenever these are released, I just absolutely love them. And I'm going to be in here all evening just doing this. What's that going to be, Bobby? Is that fast or was that bottomy? 266, 284, 156 ball. Oh, 158 ball! We can get 160 ball. I'm staying in here till. That was lower. Bobby, have a go. 159.9 ball! You skied that?
Oh, I skied
You better not have done.
it. I think I skied it.
So guys, I'm not going to lie, we haven't hit it inside yet, so you will have seen that before I've seen it. And the big thing for me is, as long as it isn't worse than last year's model, I'm fine with that. I think it's quite refreshing that TaylorMade have released something and pretty much just said, you know what, we've refined it, we've given it a different paint job. It's still a nice shout out to the burner of old, but look at these shots down this fairway. Look how close together they are. And this is the big thing for me. It's all about consistency. If I can hit consistent golf shots off the tee, if I can get the ball in play, I don't mind that I'm losing 3, 4, even 5 mile an hour ball speed with driver, because that is from the back tees here in the first week in April. The course is wet through, but still playing fantastic. So realistically there, if I can put 3 out of 4 balls there, I think one of them's plugged just to the right-hand side, but 4 balls in the fairway, I'm fine with that. Absolutely fine with it. The next hole we're going to play is my nemesis. I hate this tee shot with a passion. So, the nemesis hole. I despise this golf hole. Sorry, John, I know you work really hard to keep it nice, but it's just hard. It's too hard. So, is the mini driver the answer? Because I'm sure a lot of people out there who've seen this and thought, you know what, I missed out on the last chance and I missed out on the Mini 300 and I missed out on the original one. Would you want to see a video of all of them lined up, tested together and see just how much, if so, they have come on? Because I'd love to do that video for you. So if we get one comment saying, yes, James, do it, then we'll do it. So, right, anywhere on the fairway is a good effort. There's a lake on the left, and Bobby will tell me that I shouldn't even think of that. Negative self-talk. Look at that. And again, what I like about that is I haven't struck that well, to be honest, but it's between the 150 markers, left side of the fairway, and I'm not, this is the thing, if I'm trying to hit this a long way, so if there's a hole like the second where I'm really, really confident, I feel like I can really open the shoulders up and hit it, I'll tee it up high, I'll hit it almost like a normal driver. When it's like this, I tee it a little bit lower, just so it's like at the equator of the club, and then just try and put a fairway swing on it, almost like a bit of a punt down the fairway. And again, nice fade, this time towards the right-hand side of the fairway, but it's just missed the fairway that time. But I'm not picking fault at that, because that's not a swing that I'm trying to hit to get this ball a million miles away. I'm trying to just hit that down the fairway. So a little necky one for me down there at around 250. I'm going to take all day long, to be honest with you. What do we think to the looks? Get in the comments below, what do we think? Because I know the looks are going to divide opinion a little bit. I feel like you maybe have to see it in person to really decide, but right. This is the one, Bobby, right here. Wow. That's the perfect golf shot for me. And I'd be kidding myself if I said that a real driver or a proper driver would be much better. Guys, get in the comments below, what do you think to the brand new 2024 that's not an April Fool TaylorMade burner mini driver? I think I'm in love. Bobby, want to go?
Bobby want to go.
There's no crap balls in there, mate.
It looks better than it did on the pictures.
Yeah. It matches the shaft colours perfectly,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
It does look really nice. I love the grip.
Oh, wow. That's a lovely shot.
How much is it?
See you tomorrow.